announced that 90% next year they will not play more the third place game. So talking about the game, only I can say that it was a good chance for us, for our young player from the Greek basketball, that I gave a lot of chance in the Greek league. In the last months, he played great in the Greek league playoffs also. Tonight he showed great potential, but one more time on the last, in the second half beginning, he just played 2 minutes with 5 fouls. He was out like yesterday. Kendrick Nunn was out with 5 fouls. So nothing to talk about the game. Just I can say one more time that my team made a great job one more time in 2 years consecutive to play the Final Four, because if we think that there are many big teams that they watch the Final Four in TV, we didn't play well the semi-final. We lost the semi-final, and this year we didn't defend our title from last year. Now our goal will be for the Greek League title that will start this Friday in Athens. That this year we didn't lose any game in the Greek League, and we like to win the Greek League title.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open the question round to the journalists attending. Please raise your hands to your media outlet before asking the questions over there.
Bertrand Zagaglia, Euro Devotion. Good evening, Coach. For sure, being for 2 consecutive years, like you said, is a great achievement. You won a title, now you are in a third. Okay, you don't need this experience of this final that you define as ridiculous. But as an experience, what do you bring back to Athens since you have the title, the Greek title to fight for starting from Friday? What do you bring back from these 3 days here in Abu Dhabi?
Technically, of course, we bring back that we need to prepare better for some defensive situation to the team, and we need to use well to our motion offense, and defensively to be careful on the last second buzzer shots that we gave to Fenerbahce in the 1-on-1. This is technically. And on the other side, the experience, I believe that more than us, one more time, EuroLeague must think about this experience that in 2 years consecutive, I had a problem to people that coming to the hotel before the Fenerbahce game, and in the lobby, more than 200 people that insulting me, my mother, strongly. And I like to say thank you to Fenerbahce President Ali Koç that he tried to stop these people. But I like to ask the EuroLeague, in which kind of a serious competition in the Europe, in the world, fans, they can come inside the hotel to insulting to the coach that is coming to the court. And the second time, so everybody are talking about Giannakopoulos' attitude, but in which arena you can put Olympiacos fans immediately behind of our bench, and you know that this is a problem with these 2 clubs. So I need that. I hope that EuroLeague can take more experience to what happened, take more serious these situations, and I like to suggest to them also one more time that we played in the EuroLeague, in the first semi-final, you play at 6 o'clock in the European time. Friday, 6 o'clock. You play all season, you spend money, and you play Friday, 6 o'clock afternoon for the semi-final game. Let's change these situations. Make Thursday 1 game in the prime time, only with 2 fans, only the fans that are supporting to their team. You can manage well to the situations. And Friday, you can make the second semi-final game in the prime time. You can manage the fans. You can make more money because there is a lot of fans. Our fans didn't come here, so a lot of fans didn't find tickets. So what kind of a organization you can make? And then Saturday you make your preparation for the final. You cancel the third place game, and Sunday you make the final. This is the. Tell me one thing. In NBA, did you ever see 2 games in a row in NBA, in playoffs, in the final, 1 game afternoon during the week, and then like this? So more than me, I hope that EuroLeague takes some experience for the future, because they are making meeting every week, but I don't see. I hope that they will try to talk also about these important things that will be more for the fans, for everybody, will be more attractive to play the Final Four. If we continue to play the Final Four, to play single game one day, single game next day, and then to play the final. This is my experience that I had in this EuroLeague in Abu Dhabi, because 2 days we wait in the hotel for this ridiculous game. Outside is 47 degrees, so something very strange.
Next question over there. Over there.
Good evening, Coach. Yannis Lambiris from newspaper Tanea. You have a very difficult game for you and for Olympiacos on Friday. It's a tough defeat, but do you think that you can hit the athlete egoism of your players to make a motive for the finals after this game?
Listen, last year we won the title in the EuroLeague, and again we played very difficult series against Olympiacos. This is a final, so you win or you lost in the Final Four. This is the reality to play the final. So we have the home court advantage. We beat them 2 times in the league, and we will be on the court with more of the confidence to try to win the title in the Greek league.
No more questions. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Hello, we'll start now the press conference with George Bartzokas, head coach of Olympiacos. Coach, if you can do a first statement regarding the game.
Of course, winning is better than losing. You know, it's always this. Of course, it was a game that nobody wanted to play, basically. But the competitive spirit of and the rivalry between two teams always creates a special game. Today it was offensive-minded basketball. Nobody wanted to play really hard defense. That's why I think they told me that we had a record on assists in the first half, and we gave 35, 34 assists in the game. And a game close to 100 points is not easy to see again versus Panathinaikos, Olympiacos Panathinaikos, or Panathinaikos Olympiacos. So we finished the season with a win. Of course, I would like to tell that I'm really grateful to the fans that they support us one more time, even today. I don't know if the 40 minutes against Monaco define our season, our effort, but I have to tell to everybody, to the players, to give a big credit and to tell them that I'm thankful. It was a very serious effort for the whole season. You know, in the regular season, in the playoffs, except the semi-final, which is basketball. And, you know, being 4 times in a row in the Final Four, everybody can say that that doesn't mean anything if you don't win a title. But whoever made it to go once in a Final Four, once, not more, knows how difficult process is. Nice to see you guys. I hope to you, if I don't see you again, a good summer, a good vacations.
Thank you, Coach. We open the floor for the questions. Please raise your hand and state your name and media. Over there.
Good evening, Coach. Yannis Lampiris from newspaper Tanea. After a difficult defeat on Friday, there is feelings sad, angry. Some players made some comments for his time, you know, how to play. There is a lot of, after a defeat, difficult situation. Are you optimist in a few days until Friday that you could go unique and like a punch to the finals against Panathinaikos?
Yes, always I'm positive about my team. You know, we saw a lot of times, mostly the whole season, chemistry and fighting spirit and character. Now, of course, having in our roster 17 players, but having, if you remember, a lot of times in EuroLeague, 9 players playing important games because we had 6, 7, 8 injuries. When they are all healthy, you start, you know, to complain. But it was a decision that we took with the owners that, you know, nowadays basketball having 80 games per season, 85, I don't know how many, you need more players. Of course, that creates frustration in some players, you know. I don't really care, you know, it's, this is my job, you know, always the coach is responsible. Every player that doesn't play in a losing game is the best player. And this is always in any sport. So I will go to the finals with the players that they stick to the philosophy, that they play together, they fight for the shirt of Olympiacos. Everybody's playing for himself, everybody plays for his contract. But, you know, play for the team, for the jersey, for the fans is something that personally, for me, is very important.
Over there.
Alberto Marzagaglia, Your Devotion. Good evening, Coach. You say that you don't know if the 40 minutes of Friday define your season. I think that all people, basketball-wise, could say that no, those 40 minutes do not define your season. I mean, your season, your 4 years were far better and far different. And it's not a bad loss, a bad night that can define the job that you did. But I want to underline something.
Thank you very much for saying that.
I want to underline something different. I mean, there are a lot of talks saying, okay, this was the last chance for Olympiacos staff in this situation, and so and so. A lot of rumors. I don't know how is that possible, but I would like to have your comment about that, because you say that there are. You mentioned some players saying, okay, there are some players playing for the contract, but play from the team is different. This is something very interesting, said from a coach.
Yes, we have a lot of players that they play for the team. And if you remember, I told it before. I mean, the biggest percentage of this team is they proved that they play for the team. You know, winning so many titles last 4 years, 2 championships, 3 Greek Cups, 3 Super Cups, 4 Final Fours. Probably you understand that it's not a losing team; it's a winning team. On the other hand, you know, it's humanly normal, you know, for someone who doesn't have an important role to not feel comfortable. And I totally understand and I respect it. On the other side, you know, this is my decision. You know, I have to go with the players that they stick to the way that we want to play. And it's not only me, every coach in the world is doing that, you know. If someone wants to play in a different way, not because he doesn't want, maybe because he doesn't can, he cannot, you know. You need to go with the players that you know, they fit to the system. I'm not perfect. They are not perfect. You know, that's just we need to value our effort at the end of the season. I'm not saying that I never say that Olympiacos is not going to achieve Final Fours again. I'm sure that Olympiacos is going to be. Well, Olympiacos is one of the most successful brand names clubs in the EuroLeague, and we are going to continue to be like this. The persons now might be way different, a little bit different. You know, it's always it's something that the owners decides about that. That's why I told you that one loss cannot define our, you know, it's our effort, and probably you agree about that. A lot of people abroad, not only in Greece and even in the States, is talking about a different way of playing than Olympiacos, and it's something for me. It's very important. You know, the analysts, the specialists of basketball, coaches, GMs, they know what kind of basketball we play, and they know how difficult it is nowadays in the new era of basketball. That you know, everybody cares about the stats, about the numbers. The agency, all the agents, right after the game, are putting the numbers of the player, even if you lose by 30. Okay, so they put on the internet that my player scored 15 points and he had 7 rebounds, and they tell anything that the team lost the game. So against this new era of basketball, we are trying to, you know, to perform like this, how we perform. It's not easy, but for me, it's something important.
Over there.
Hello, Konstantinos Melakis from Sport24. Coach, a few minutes ago, Shaquille McKissick said that he's thinking of retirement. Have you talked with him about his decision the last days? Were you informed about his thoughts? Thank you.
No, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. Shaquille was a really important player for us for 5 years. I'm really surprised. I have to talk with him. He gave us amazing things as a team, and he's part of what we achieved all those years. He's 35 right now. I have to talk with him before to make any comment.
Over there on the back.
Coach, I want to ask you, Gitas Blaževičius, basketnews.com, I want to ask you about the Final Four format in itself. It seems like it's something unique to EuroLeague. It defines EuroLeague. There's a lot of history with that. But at the same time, it seems like it doesn't reward your continuity, consistency, making 4 Final Fours, as you said, in a row, but not getting there at the end. Do you personally think it would be more beneficial for teams like yours that value these continuity and consistency to have final series instead of Final Four?
There is a big-time conversation about this. I don't want to comment, to be honest, that because this is the situation in European basketball. There are different opinions, but I have to respect what is really going on European basketball. For us, I think it wasn't fair because we end up first this year and 2 years ago in the regular season, and in one game, let's say in Kaunas or in Abu Dhabi, we didn't have any advantage from any other team. We just played in one game, one final and one semi-final, and we lost. I cannot complain now because we lost. Maybe it was more important to say that after a winning game, after a title. But for the first team, it looks like a little bit unfair. Doesn't give you any advantage finally in the Final Four that you end up first in the ranking. It's just one game of 40 minutes.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.